Hey everyone, my name is Gavin, and this will be a tutorial on how to create a double zoom. So when you zoom in with your camera on an object or with a scope or something, you can click a button which will zoom it out and zoom it back in even further. Alright, I'm just going to get started. So to start off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this plus sign right here and hit new, and I'm going to create a scope scene like this. I'll hit 7 to go on the top view and do spacebar, then add a camera like this. Drag this up. Hit 0 to go into your camera view and do spacebar and then add a torus like so. Hit S and X to scale this torus out, and S and Y to scale it up. And now we've got our scope like this. I'll drag this out, click on the Materials tab, hit New. And let's make this black. So we've now got a scope like this. There we go. Okay, now that we have this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into our main scene, right click on our camera, and let's go to our game logic view. Hit 0 to go into our camera view. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a game property called Boolean, and I'll call this zoom, and we'll have zoom like this, Boolean like this. And what I'm going to do is add an always sensor like so, add a mouse sensor. I'll call this mouse sensor toggle aim like so. And the reason why I'm going to call it that is because we're going to have this, when we press the left mouse button, it's going to do the double zoom that I'm talking about. I'll have tap selected. Let's add another mouse sensor. I'll rename this as right like this. I'll click tap like this. Or actually, I'll call this zoom button like this. And let's have this be the right button. I'll minimize this. Connect this to our Python controller like so. And connect this as well to a toggle property, or my property, change it to toggle, and let's have this property be called let's say zoom, or let's have toggle zoom like so. And let's have another one that we're going to have a toggle property, or actually no, not a toggle property yet. Let's add another game property though, and I'll call this double like so. And this is what we're going to be toggling like this. So this double zoom is going to be the one that's going to be toggled whenever we activate this. Let's now add two difference, a scene actuator, two new scene actuators, sorry. And I'll call this add underscore scope like this. And let's overlay a scene, and this overlay scene will be scope. And let's remove a scene, or remove the scope scene, and we'll call this remove scope like this. Minimize this, and add a game property like so. Okay. With the zoom button, I'm actually going to take off tap really quick. Now that we've got this, I'm going to do templates, Python, and then game logic simple. Drag this out and delete the portion I've highlighted like this, and hit Control and scroll up to make your text larger, and rename this as scripts.py like so. And add this right here. Okay, now that we got this, let's define our actuators. So let's have toggle zoom is going to equal controller to actuators toggle zoom like so. Let's have add underscore scope is going to equal constant actuators add underscore scope like this. And let's have remove scope is going to equal constant actuators remove scope like this. Okay, let's define our sensors now. So let's have toggle aim is going to equal controller.sensors toggle aim like this. Okay, and let's have zoom button is going to equal controller.sensors zoom button like so. And just to start off, what we're going to do is let's have if zoom button dot positive. I'll just type pass for now. Same with our else. What we're going to do up here is have camera is going to equal scene.active camera. And above this, what we're going to define is we're going to define the current scene like so. So what we're going to do right here is I'll remove this pass. What we're going to do is add the scope So let's do const activates add scope. And then right here, let's remove this and do const activates remove scope like this. So if we hit P and hold down the right mouse button, we should see a scope like this. But what we want to do right here is we've got this toggle zoom right here, and let's remove it, and that's with the Boolean double. So what we're going to do is we're going to go inside of our if zoom.positive, and what we're going to do is have if toggle aim, I think that's what it's called right here, is that the left mouse button? Yeah. If toggle aim.positive, aim.positive, what we're going to do is do const activates, and we're going to activate the toggle zoom actuator. Toggle zoom like this. So if we hit this I right here on both of these, we should see if I hit P, oh whoops, I've got to go to Blender game and do game and then show debug properties. We should see if I hit P, it'll say in the top left corner zoom and double, and every time I right click this, it's not showing anything. Oh, that's because it's Boolean operators, not false. Alright, I apparently didn't use this first zoom one, so that's okay. But we can see right here is that down this left, the right, if I'm zooming in and I'm clicking, you can see it's toggling that double property like so. So what we're going to do is have it so that it's going to toggle that property, but if we're not zooming at the time, we're going to have own double is going to equal false. And the reason why we're going to do this is so that we don't go in with a full zoom all the way. But inside of this, what we're going to have is have if own double is equal to true. We're going to have camera.lens is going to equal 100. If it's not, we're going to have camera.lens is going to equal 75. And then if we're not zooming in at all, we're going to have camera.lens is going to equal 15. So we can see we're pretty far out, but if I zoom in, it's pretty close, and if I toggle it, it's going to be even further, like this. Then if I zoom out, it's all the way back here. I might actually change this to 150 to make it more dramatic. Or actually, I'll do 75 for this one, and I'll do 40 for this one. So hit P, zoom in a fair amount, and zoom in even further. Okay, everyone. So that's how you do a simple double zoom feature with Python and the BGE. I hope you guys find this very useful. And thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good day. I will show you the script just for one more second. Alright, so I'll hit Control and scroll out. Okay, everyone. So just when you're holding down the zoom button, that's when you want to have to be able to toggle that property. And since when you're not zooming, just make sure that property is false so that you don't go in at the maximum zoom. Alright, everyone, thanks for watching.